Welcome to Economics Trainer. This video was made to help you strengthen your skills in microeconomics. Here we have a sample question, care of brighttutoring.ca. It's the kind of question you'd expect to see on a test in a first-year microeconomics class. Let's work through it together. So here's the question. Consider a monopolist with the ability to perfectly price discriminate. They have a total cost curve of 4q squared plus 4q plus 64, which gives them a marginal cost curve of 8q plus 4. They face a market demand of market price P equals 144 minus 2 times the quantity demanded. Now what we have to figure out is the perfect pricing equilibrium, price range, and quantity for this monopolist. And then, based on that equilibrium, we have to find consumer, producer, and total surplus. So let's start by graphing out the question here, and we can figure out this market equilibrium. So here we have quantity and price. Then if we look at the market demand curve, we can see it starts at 144. Decreases from there. And then for the marginal cost curve, it starts at 4 and then increases from there. So for perfect price discriminating monopolists, they're able to charge exactly what the consumer is willing to pay, which is all the prices here in the demand curve. So they can start up here and charge this guy 144, so that's going to be the top price. And then they keep selling until they break even down here, which will be the bottom price. And then all the sales will be up to that point here, which will be their market quantity. So what we have to do is figure out this point here. We can see, okay, that's where marginal cost equals demand. So marginal cost, it was 8q plus 4. And the demand curve was 144 minus 2q. So let's see here, we can solve for the quantity. Moving the q over, we get 10q equals 140. So the market quantity q star is going to be 14. So that'll be this point here. And then we take this, we go up and we plug it into either marginal cost or demand curve. We can plug it into marginal cost here. So we can say, okay, well, price is going to equal marginal cost, which is 8 times q, which is 14, plus 4. So let's see what we have here. 8 times 14, and then plus 4, so we get 116. That'll be here. So that gives us a market equilibrium for the first question. So we have top price of 144, the bottom price of 116, and a market quantity of 14. Now based on that, we can figure out producer and consumer surplus, because basically the producer picks out all this area here through perfect price discrimination, and then they also have this area down here. So this is going to be all producer surplus, which means that consumer surplus is going to be 0. So they have to pay exactly what they're willing to pay. And then we can figure out producer surplus here just by doing the area of a triangle. So it's base times height divided by 2. So let's see, the base here, it's going to be 14. And then the height is going from up here to down here. So it's 144 minus 4, which will be 140. And then divided by 2. So let's see the producer surplus. Let's see, 14 times 140 divided by 2 is 980. So that's going to be this area here. And then in terms of total surplus, of course, you add them up, and it's all producer surplus, so that also equals your total surplus. So going back to the question here, we have 0 for consumer. Producer surplus is 980, which is also the total surplus. And that's how you do that question. This video is brought to you by people who like, share, and subscribe to this channel. You can also support my work by buying me a coffee.